Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Thursday, November the 4th, 2021, Thursday of the 31st week of the year, but it is also the memorial of St. Charles Borromeo, one of the great figures of the Counter-Reformation in the late 1500s, 1600s, the Cardinal Archbishop of Milan, who was instrumental in putting into force a lot of the reforms that the Council of Trent had determined was going to be beneficial for the Church of Rome. Did not, unfortunately, do much to reconcile the differences between the reformers and the Church of Rome, but he was able at least to put in some of the practices that would bring better stability, more authenticity, and a little bit more wisdom into the Church of Rome following the Reformation. So we remember him and all of those courageous enough to put together reform and to implement it, which is always what the Church is about, being reformed again and again and again by the work of the Holy Spirit. Early morning today, because there's a lot of things that are going on today. So late afternoon yesterday, today is early morning's reflection. Two readings today, continuing Paul's letter to the Romans, which again, Paul begins to say a lot of wonderful things after calling everybody sinners, et cetera, et cetera. Now he begins to talk about the necessity that we have for each other and for God. It could be a great statement that we do not live for ourselves. No one ever lives for her or himself. We live for God, and the way that we demonstrate that is the many ways in which we live for one another. Our lives are about giving. Our lives are about focused on who is other in our life, and who we can then reach out to and help to spread joy, to spread challenge, to spread dignity and value and worth of our humanity. We exist for each other. We exist for the purpose of being with each other, of living with and for each other. And within that reality and truth, we find the glory of God revealed in our midst. The gospel then takes a look at reconciliation a little bit. The two parables about the coin that is lost and the sheep that is lost are not about finding somebody who is lost and then punishing them for being lost, because that's unfortunately many times in which we look at the sacrament of penance. It is about judgment, it is about punishments, it is about rectifying the things that we've done wrong through retributions and what have you, and that is not what penance is about. It is about healing. It is about bringing back together what has fallen apart. It is about wholeness. It is about us seeing the truth of who and what we are and loving that, rather than trying to go down avenues that diminish that or else make us think that we're something that we are not. Jesus says that God rejoices when people recognize the truth of themselves and are able to be healed because of it. There is more joy in heaven over a small coin that is found, or over a sheep that is lost that is found, over one sinner who repents, than over 1,000 people who just go through the motions again and again and again. Our life is not about going through the motions. Our life is about moving forward always in God's Spirit, with God's help, to understand the truth and wonder of this world around us, to understand who and what we are as creations of this wonderful, glorious, and loving God, and what that means to live, and what that means for us to live that in our own lives, to bring joy and wonder into others' lives. And may the Lord give you his peace.